For a local service business, Google Ads, it should be a direct line to customers who need your help right now. But for way too many businesses, it just feels like a money pit. Today, we're going to uncover one of the most common and costly mistakes that businesses make, and it all comes down to choosing the wrong campaign type right from the very beginning.
So, does this sound familiar? You've got your Google Ads campaign running, and hey, look at that. The clicks are coming in. But when you look at your bottom line, it's crickets. The phone isn't ringing, your schedule isn't filling up, you're paying for all this traffic, but none of it is turning into actual business. It is an incredibly frustrating and really expensive problem to have.
So in this explainer, we're going to walk through a story that shows exactly why that easy path so often fails. Then we'll dig into a much more strategic starting point that gives you back control, gets you better data, better leads, and finally puts you on a clear path to getting the results you were hoping for in the first place. All right, let's kick things off with that all-too-common story. We're going to follow the journey of two different businesses that take two very different approaches to running their Google Ads. Okay, so let's meet Business A and Business B. Business A takes the path that, honestly, most people do. They're busy, right? So they choose the option that promises simplicity and automation, hoping for fast hands-off results. Business B, on the other hand, takes a more deliberate path. They decide to build a strong foundation from the start. So Business A logs into Google Ads and sees this shiny option called Performance Max, or PMax. And it sounds perfect. It promises to use AI to find customers across all of Google's channels: search, YouTube, Maps, the whole shebang. For a busy business owner, this set-it-and-forget-it solution seems like a no-brainer. So they set it up and let Google's automation take the wheel. But that easy path, the one that promises to do everything for you right away, well, it comes with some pretty significant hidden costs. Let's see what happens to Business A over the next few weeks. In week 1, there's excitement. Clicks are happening, things are working. But by week 2, a little concern starts to set in as the budget just drains away super quickly. By week 4, it's full-on frustration. The campaign is getting plenty of traffic, but it's all the wrong kind. People from outside the service area, DIYers looking for tips, even people looking for jobs. So by week 6, Business A just pulls the plug, convinced that Google Ads is a total waste of money. And Business A's story isn't unique. Not at all. In fact, a staggering 76% of Google Ads budgets often get wasted because of this exact kind of poor strategy and targeting. You see, the problem isn't the tool, it's using the wrong approach for the job. So what's really going wrong here? Well, first, without any past data to learn from, automated campaigns just cast a really wide net, bidding on broad keywords that bring in tons of irrelevant traffic. Second, and this is so important, they often target people who are just interested in your location. That means you could be paying for clicks from someone hundreds of miles away. But most importantly, these AI campaigns need data to learn what a good leads looks like. Without it, they're just guessing with your money and you have very little control over where it's going. Now, let's completely pivot and look at the better way. Let's see what Business B, our strategic business, does differently. Instead of just handing over the keys to the car right away, they decide to build a solid foundation first. Business B starts with a classic search campaign. This focuses only on the Google search results page, showing your ad to someone at the exact moment they're searching for your service. And the most important difference here is one word: control. You control the keywords, you control the ad text, and you control exactly who sees it. And this really gets to the core principle. The goal isn't to avoid automation forever. It's to first build a foundation of reliable data. You have to teach Google's AI what a good customer looks like for your specific business. Once it knows that, then automation can become your most powerful tool. So, how does this control actually lead to better data and higher quality leads? Let's break down exactly how Business B builds a profitable campaign right from the start. This chart really spells out the difference. With the automated path, Google is mostly in charge of keywords. With the search path, you are. For location, the automated default is that broad, sloppy presence or interest. The strategic approach locks it down to presence only, meaning only people physically in your area see your ads. And finally, the automated campaign needs a ton of data to even start working, while the search campaign is designed specifically to gather that clean data for you. The strategic process is actually really simple and methodical. You start with a focused search campaign to establish a baseline. Then, you refine your targeting to make sure you're only reaching the right people. This allows you to gather clean, high-quality data on what actually works. And only then, once you have that profitable foundation, do you start to scale up using those more powerful automated tools.
So, Business Bee makes a few really smart choices. Instead of just bidding on plumber, they target high-intent phrases like emergency plumber in leads. They make sure their location setting is on presence only. They actively add negative keywords like free, jobs, or DIY to block irrelevant searches. And crucially, they use their ad copy as a filter. A headline like small business IT support only immediately pre-qualifies their clicks, saving them money before a single dollar is ever spent.
So, after 6 weeks, what does the world look like for Business A versus Business B? Let's compare the actual outcomes and pull out the most important lesson from all of this.
The difference in the results is just dramatic. Business A's uncontrolled automated approach cost them an average of $107 for every qualified lead. Business B, by using precision to filter out all that bad traffic, got better leads for just $59. That's nearly half the cost. This is the power of building a solid data foundation first.
So, what are the key takeaways here? First, always start with a controlled search campaign to build your data foundation. Focus on those high-intent keywords and lock down your location targeting to presence only. Use your ad copy as a strategic filter to pre-qualify your leads. And only think about scaling with automation after you already have a profitable base. And remember, the goal isn't just to get clicks, it's to get qualified calls and booked jobs. And that really is the bottom line. It's a fundamental shift in how you think about it. Success with Google Ads isn't measured by how much traffic you can buy, it's measured by how efficiently you can turn your budget into real paying customers. If you found this breakdown helpful and you want more practical, no-nonsense insights on how to make your marketing more effective, we'd love for you to subscribe to the channel for future explainers. And of course, if you'd rather have an expert team handle all of this for you and turn your Google Ads account into a predictable engine for real calls and booked jobs, you can learn more over at Proper Marketers. Thanks for watching.